everyone please remain standing? Good evening. I am Martasia Varnado, your senior class president. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched with so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You all may now be seated. Good evening. My name is Adriana Jean-Jameau, Student Body President at Hillsboro High School. I would like to welcome you to the class of 2022 graduation commencement. On behalf of the student body, faculty, and senior class, I thank you and welcome family and friends for joining us today. Now let me introduce our executive principal, Dr. Pelham.
To the class of 2022, their parents, family, and guests, MMPS board member Jenny Pupa Walker, Chief of Schools Dr. Mason Bellamy, Executive Director Dr. Carl Carter. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Hillsboro High School, I'd like to welcome you all to our 82nd annual graduation and commencement exercises. Yes, 82nd. We feel fortunate we are able to be here in this space together to celebrate this occasion. It's a time for great celebration for these young ladies and gentlemen. They've reached a major milestone in their lives. As we celebrate their accomplishments this evening, I'd like to take this moment to remind our guests to be respectful of your neighbors and respectful to our graduates. Specifically, guests should silence cell phones and refrain from carrying on conversations on cell phones during this event. If you must take a call, please excuse yourself to the lobby area. Please do not yell or scream over students giving speeches or the names of students as they're called to come across the stage. We want to be sure that every student has their moment of celebration and that their family and guests are able to experience it. As a reminder, at the end of our program, students will recess out of Municipal Auditorium and exit to the James Robertson Parkway side of the building. Please plan to meet your graduates there. Guests will not be allowed on the floor after graduation. And with that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Josh Schwartz to the stage to introduce our salutatorian, Dara Gulch-Lewis.
If I was going to build a team, start a company, or simply brainstorm an idea I had, Dara Gulch-Lewis would be on my short list of people to approach first. I strongly believe curiosity is what should drive us to succeed, and Dara consistently pursues your curiosity with her trademark quick wit and clever way of thinking. I thoroughly enjoyed our conversations where she would question even the most fundamental facts of life and make you think twice about their validity. Her unwavering commitment to building her life skill sets, even when the world seemed to be falling apart, is awe-inspiring. Dara radiates an aura of calmness that provides consistency and stability when it is needed the most. She was my go-to person in PLT for brainstorming ideas because she always made herself available and willing to listen, at least when she wasn't helping Elsie with her critically acclaimed second senior research project. I still want that data. In conclusion, Dara is a champion. She's persevered through challenge after challenge with a quiet confidence and represents all of you graduates in your quest to impact the world. Bryn Mawr College is getting a great student and an even better person. May I present to you your Hillsboro High School Class of 2022 salutatorian, Dara Gulch-Lewis.
Hello and congratulations, class of 2022. We've made it to graduation. It feels like a bit of an understatement to say that it's been an interesting ride. High school could probably be described that way even before we consider the chaos created by continuing our learning through a literal pandemic. But for us, there were certainly some extra complications sprinkled into the mix. I'm not sure about all of you, but for me, online learning was certainly an experience. Motivation during such an isolated time in our lives was naturally lacking. And yet, here we all are. Through all of the early mornings and late nights, all of the technical difficulties and adjustments we've had to make, we've made it out the other end. It would probably be inaccurate to claim that anything so far has worked out like we each imagined, but here we all are. So as I welcome each of you here today, I would like to take a second to exude a resounding thank you to students, to families, to teachers and counselors and administration. We wouldn't be here without each other. It took a lot to make it to where we are now, both from us as individuals and from the community and support systems around us. I hope you remembered to be proud. I hope you remember to thank yourself for your own efforts and others for theirs. I also hope you remember that this support doesn't end here. There are so many people rooting for each and every one of us moving forward, too. Some of you might know exactly what you want to do moving forward from here, and if that's the case, that is insanely awesome, and I applaud you and all your future efforts. But I would hazard a guess that a lot of us don't know exactly what awaits us out there. We might not all have the same questions, but we probably all have some questions. I know I still have more questions than answers. Maybe I always will. We don't know where life is going to take us yet. Maybe some of us don't know who we are. Cool. I bet you most of the legitimate adults here don't have all the answers either. Actually, I'd be kind of suspicious if anyone, literally anyone, ever claimed to. But you know what? That's life. It's pretty cool, actually. We're never done searching. There will always be more adventures to be taken, more revelations and discoveries to be had, more to learn. There will always be more. Today feels a lot like an ending, at least to one stage of our life. But it's also a continuation. We will leave here today with infinite possibilities before us. It's a little scary, sure, but we have the things we've gained up until now behind us, acting as a foundation for what's to come. I wish each and every one of you the best in wherever life leads you. I can't wait to see what happens next.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Ms. Kristen Butler to the podium to introduce our valedictorian, Ms. Virginia Fleming.
Greetings, Hillsboro class of 2022, faculty, staff, and families. My name is Kristen Butler, and I am honored to have been chosen to introduce this year's valedictorian. If you have ever met Virginia for even a moment, you will see right away that she exudes a kind of passion and intentionality that first impressions don't often capture. She has a certain zest for life and for her people that is truly inspiring. When I first met Virginia, she had spent her freshman year participating in another area of our art department, but she bounded up to me after a performance of Twelfth Night with the same optimism that I've looked forward to seeing in every class every day since, to let me know that she would be working on our next show no matter what role she got or crew position she could fill. "I just want to be involved," she said. I had no idea the journey we were about to take together and the impact that she would have on our community. Virginia has been an essential member of the Hillsboro Players ever since that fateful evening on the old Hillsboro softball field. She has worked backstage on run crew, attended set builds, excelled in her work in IB Theater, and has even performed on stage, taking her final bow as the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. I can say with the utmost confidence that Virginia's desire to play any role, work any job, and do it with a smile on her face and a song in her heart has shaped our community and will continue to serve her well into the future. Virginia has been through her fair share of hard times. She has experienced loss, navigated being a teenager during a global pandemic, and the grace with which she has navigated these hardships is beautiful and inspiring to behold. I often find myself in awe of her strength, compassion, and character. I am proud to see her standing here today as the valedictorian of the class of 2022 after all she has endured and accomplished. Students often thank their teachers for the impact we have on their education, and I feel lucky to be the one that has a chance to say thank you today. I am a better person and educator, having served as Virginia's teacher and director for the last 3 years. Virginia Fleming is an extraordinary student, but more importantly, an extraordinary human. She is kind, compassionate, and empathetic, full of life and passion. She genuinely cares about her relationships and making sure people feel seen. She's a deep thinker with a knack for lightening the mood and creating an environment of fun and fellowship. She is a servant leader who forges her own path in life and does so with care, confidence, and a hardworking spirit. I am confident that her dedication to her academics and investment in our theater program at Hillsboro will inspire the many students that will follow in her footsteps. She is leaving behind a great legacy at Hillsboro, and we are all better for it. It fills me with pride to stand up here before you today to introduce this remarkable young woman for her valedictory speech. Virginia, we are all so proud of you. Thank you for the footprint you have left on our hearts as we watch you forge a new path ahead.
Hello. My name is Virginia Fleming, and I'm your valedictorian this year. So I guess I'll start. Hello, students, faculty, and families. My name is Virginia Fleming, and let me start out by assuring you that I'm not going to be up here for very long, because I know it's hot and no one wants to sit through a 20-minute speech. I definitely don't want to be here standing and talking while you're all thinking, when is she going to get off the stage? So I'll be brief. We, the class of 2022, are a unique class of graduates. We have truly been through the ringer these last 4 years, but now we are stronger for it. A wonderful life metaphor that was shared with me recently was of a large wave. Waves can be deadly, pushing you under the water until the last of the oxygen leaves your lungs. However, if you work with the waves, you can surf. Each and every one of us here today has ridden the high school wave. Whether they think you have been successful or not, you are here. And honestly, sometimes that's all you can ask for. You've made it. We've gotten through 4 years of high school like no other. We started out our freshman year with the constant sounds of construction. This continuous noise became a staple during classes and even exams. I know the blasting scared me out of my wits a few times, but we survived. Sophomore year, we thought we were on the downhill, back to a normal high school with our new building. Then, without warning, the tornado tore through our community, destroying everything in its path. Before we could even recover from that, the world shut down. Then nothing. COVID really messed with us. We couldn't be at school with friends or go out at all. We had to stop after-school activities, clubs, and even sports for a while. We were stripped of the experience that we should have had. We didn't get the cheesy high school movie theater timeline, but we got something better, memorable and different. Future generations will look back at us and wonder how in the world we made it through. And we not only made it through, but we surfed, we thrived. Everyone in this graduating class is going on to do incredible things. Whether you are attending another school in the fall, going into the workforce, or heading off to protect and serve our country, you have the potential to do great good. We are the future, so act like it. Be the difference you want to see in the world. My father always said to me, to be a truly good person, you should always do good for others when no one is watching, when you will receive no credit or validation for it, because your only goal is to help. I hope this is how you will live your life. Now go make the world a better place. Go change American politics, go stop climate change, go out and protest against oppression. And when you do, know that we are all behind you. Your family, friends, and mentors are all immensely proud of you. And the truth is, most of us won't go on to change the world. But that doesn't make our contributions any smaller. You don't have to go far from home or become president to be successful. My hope for everyone here is to live a life full of love, laughter, and adventures. But your future won't always be full of successes. You will meet waves of all different sizes and intensities along your way. There will be times that you feel like you are drowning and won't ever be able to get back up again. But you will persevere. You will get back up again. No matter how hard life gets, it will pass, so you can catch the next wave. So thank you. Thank you to my fellow students, our teachers, and our families who have helped us through this. I want to leave you with one last quote that remains with me always, and it is, love deeply, live passionately, and demand purpose and meaning in your life. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it.
Has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by. So dark.
The Hillsboro High School Principals Award is typically awarded to a student who represents the best in our school. Sometimes this is a person who has had to overcome unsurmountable odds just to graduate. Sometimes this represents a person who excels in all areas. This year's recipient is a person who has done just that. When we reviewed students, we identified numerous deserving candidates. However, one student kept coming back to the top. It didn't seem to matter what arena or context where we looked. This student always led the way. They were a stalwart of reliability. If you needed a student for something important, no matter what it was, this is the student we always went to. And yet, served with humbleness. It was never about themselves, but always about our community, the class, the team. This student has shown grit, determination, self-discipline, compassion, humor, and gratitude. This is everything any parent would want in their own child. And we've all come to love you as like one of our own. You are a credit to your family and our school, and so we honor you here tonight. Devin Bester, please come forward and receive your award. This is the time you get to do that. Thank you, Devin.
The recognition of accolades of distinction. At this time, will the students wearing green cords please stand? In order to graduate with a regular diploma with honors, students must satisfy all requirements of a regular diploma and score at or above all of the following ACT subject areas readiness benchmarks or equivalent SAT scores. ACT, English 18, Math 22, Science 23, Reading 22, SAT, Reading 480, Math 530. Please remain standing. At this time, the students with the gold cords, please stand. In order to graduate with a regular diploma with distinction, students must satisfy all requirements for a regular diploma, earn a B average, 85 or higher, and complete a district-approved accomplishment, including, but not limited to, one of the following. Earn a nationally recognized industry certification, be selected as a national merit finalist or semifinalist, attain a composite score of 31 or higher on the ACT, or successfully complete the IB diploma program. Please join me in celebrating these outstanding students. Thank you. Please be seated.
We made it. Yeah, we made it. That's a phrase that teachers, parents, and well-wishers have shared with graduates every year for decades or even longer. We made it. Something you've probably had at least a few people share with you recently. something I've thought and said dozens of times over the past few days myself. Yet we all know that this year, the saying has so much more meaning. And what do we have to do to make it? Matriculate through almost 12 years of education, only to be hit with the largest public health pandemic in over a century? I would submit to you that saying we made it just isn't enough. It implies that we all hung in there and met the minimum requirements to get to the end of a task or a moment. And some of you may have thought this moment is an ending, the completion of high school, but it is much more. You see, to graduate means more than that. To graduate means to pass from one stage of experience, proficiency, or prestige to a higher one. To graduate means much more than simply bestowing a degree or recognizing knowledge learned or moving a tassel from the right to the left. It's also growing and maturing. It's becoming more responsible. This is what it means to graduate. I would submit to you that there is no transition celebrated more in our country than this one that we are celebrating here tonight. We are celebrating you all becoming adults. So tonight, this night, we pause to celebrate. Every person in this arena tonight has played a role in this happening. We all seek to reap the benefit of your joining society as responsible and knowledgeable adults. In fact, we are counting on it. The world is a different place for your generation than previous. We have moved from an industrial age to an age of technology, information, and creativity. There will be challenges and opportunities placed before you that previous generations dared not even dream. And we expect much of you. We need you to go forward and complete that which we have not. There are diseases that require cures, social injustices that need to be made right, technological innovations waiting to be realized, works of art yet to be imagined, young minds waiting to be taught. This is your legacy. And this is not to say that you will no longer face any challenges or that your struggles are over. On the contrary, you will face many. This is what life promises. But when you face these challenges, you will know that you have faced difficult times before and you were successful. In fact, many of you will face these challenges and thrive. What we all want for you is to live a happy, productive, and full life. We want you to enjoy all that is good that we have enjoyed and to avoid the same mistakes that we have made. As you go forward tonight and in life, be proud of your accomplishments, keep in touch with your friends, challenge yourselves, be productive members of society. It has been my honor and privilege to serve as your principal. I stand tonight with the faculty and staff of Hillsboro High School. On behalf of us all, I tell you that we love you and we will miss you. We wish you good luck and we bid you farewell. Thank you. Class of 2022, please rise. Ms. Poopa Walker, the records of these students have been duly examined and found to be in accordance with the laws of the great state of Tennessee and the policies of the Metropolitan Nashville Public School System. I am proud to recommend to you the class of 2022 of Hillsboro High School for graduation. I certify that each graduate has completed all of the requirements necessary to receive a high school diploma with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges bestowed upon each graduate.
Good evening. On behalf of the Metropolitan Nashville Board of Education, it is my honor to certify this graduation process and the awarding of high school diplomas to the 2022 graduates of Hillsboro High School. I further attest the students receiving these diplomas tonight have met or exceeded all graduation requirements mandated by Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools and the State of Tennessee Department of Education. The Board of Education congratulates the students and their family members. Les deseo muchas felicidades a todas nuestros graduados y a sus familias por este logro tan importante. Sus sacrificios valieron la pena. Ha sido nuestro honor educar a sus hijos y les deseo lo mejor en el futuro. It has been such an honor to have all of you in our schools, and we wish each of you the very best in your future endeavors.
Greetings, and now for our valedictorian and salutatorian. Virginia Deems Fleming. Dara J. Gouch Lewis.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Theodore Robinson, Interim Academy Principal for the Academy of Global Health and Sciences. I humbly ask for your patience, your grace, as I read the names for our Academy. Yusra A. Ahmed. Alan Dorian Alvarez Mejia. Ivy Elizabeth Ashworth. Destiny Michelle Bailey. Kanaya Donche Baker. Howard Lee Bell V. Matthew Jamori Mackay Bell. Kalia Ashley Burtz. Celeste Bishop Manzano. Kayla M. Bridges. Gloria Kaze Brighton. Riley Liana Brooks. Shantoria Lamanche Brooks. Ariana Brown. Nathan Lamar Browning. Robert Kelly Browning. Aiden D. Burtnell Cawley. Alexander Miguel Castro. Joseph N. Chicharo. Kayera Olivia Churchwell. Yeliela Simone Coleman. Casvet Dupree Crane. Delaley Savannah Crenshaw. Denasia Kadrika Crutcher. Henry Dixon. Rakaya Monet Donaldson. Malia Danielle Drake. Max Ducali, Anthony Gouch, Grace Caroline Goodman, Michael Anthony Gordon, Kalia Graham Howard, Nicole Guadalupe Randos Aleman, Kanaya Lene Green, Anaya Lanice Harris, Kendrell Shanae Harris, Mikhail Dwayne Holloway, Jadon A. Hooker, Elenia Sophia Horner, Zaire Ananda Jackson, Adriana Annette Janjimo, McKenna Marie Johnson, Amelia Alexandra Kerr, Mercedes Brianna Keyes, Jessica Elaine King, Talia Nicole Knight, Kennedy Nicole Lee, Araya Rain Lowe, Takira Denise Marshall, Carmen Gabriela Martinez, Angelica Adriana Martinez Aranda, Elena Amir Masad, Sean Ming, Joshua J. Menza, Demetria Renee Mitchell, Aiden Morales, William Michael Mordock, Javion Caravel Moro, Ishmael Mustafa, Kayla Shanae Gabrielle Newsom, Devin Edward North, Renaya Siobhan Odom, Letitia Aaliyah Paris, Pooja H. Patel, Devon Jason Peters, Darby Rose Phillips, Bond Grantham Piercy, Mary Rose Pittman, Jatorian Pitts, Ariana Alexandria Reed, DeMichael Reed, William David Rose, Aram Widia Selah, Athea Olivia Smith, Tania Nashea Tate, Tanaya Tate, Jalan Lene Taylor. Gabrielle Fatima Terry. Cordell Adrian Thomas. Kamaya Lashea Thompson. Clayton Pierce Turner. Joel Chinoa Urigby. Martasia Denise Bernardo. Kentrez LaShawn Vaughn. Zanaya Khalees Vincent. Alasia Ariana Williams. Jemiah Renee Wilson. Jamison Nicole Wilson. Kendall Wilson. Linda Cecia Zuniga Lopez. Give our Academy students a round of applause, please.
My name is Mr. Riley Walker, and I'm the call of roll for the U.S. Community Credit Union Academy of International Business and Communications. Axel Giovanni Aguilera Antunes. Hikma Hussein Ali. Clea May Leon Armstrong. Luis Angel Arredondo Villanueva. Abanab Gurgis Awad. Jennifer Barragan. Jonteus Isaiah Battle. Danielle Elizabeth Beard. William Lewis Bibb. Joshua Lee Allen Boyd. Charlicia LaShawn Bradley. Arkesha Bright. Travis L. Cannon. Mark Allen Clausen Jr. Mackenzie Elijah Clare. Larry Eugene Clark Jr. Connor Worthen Cone. Zamira Collins. William R. Cook II. Brandon Robert Covington. Terrence Lydell Woods Covington Jr. Michael Alexander Cross. Shaquille A. Davidson. Davion Eugene Davis. Makia Chantel Davis. Michaela Ann DeBazio. Jairo Fernando Beloso de la Cruz III. Robert J. Dotson. Malik Daniel Drake. Kenrick Dean Easley. Nashawn Kentavian Easley. Natalie Alexis Etheridge. Henry Lawrence Fox. Christopher Ronye Franklin. Lily Jane Garbrett. Asia Marlene Gardner. Travion Marquise Gentry. Michael Julian Guyon. Markeith Twain Ham. Yashawn Nicole Harris. Myron Lloyd Head III. Jack Hayden Henley. Jemiah Onika Holt. Samari Tawan Holt. Tiny Tristan Holt III. Chesney Janae Jackson. Benjamin Copeland Jones. Maquise Dantes Jones. Kenneth Cooten. Antonio D. Lee. Olivia Noel Logan. Connor William Lavon. Kaya Denise Mathers. Roman Patrick McDermott. Terry Manuel Mills Jr. Ravion Jamil Murphy. Zion Nashawn Newsom. Angelica K. Wynn. Alyssa Jarquise Pendergrass. Samaria Deasia Perry. Thomas Greer Petrella. Kyria Phillips. Patrick Rakis Phillips. Owen Derek Porteus. Ethan Winters Reeves. Eric Law Rembert. Raven M. Reynolds. Harrison James Roller. Isangeli Ruiz Medina. Ariana Inez Rushing. Michaela Lakin Russell. Nicholas Edgar Sakov. Sincere Amir Safia. Dariana Salter. Derek James Sanabria. Christopher Terrell Savage Jr. Maddox Dawser Settle. Nikaya Brianne Solomon. Ethan Hanwuri Sandora. Amari Andre Southall. Zaria Monet Spencer. Ian Harris St. Clair. Lindsay Ann Stapleton. Julia Sussman. Greta Svensson. Zacharias Zanabu Tedesi. Logan Michael Thomas. Quentin Lamont Transley Jr. Dante Devon Truitt. Jesse Chisholm Urigby. Henry Dane Vermillion. Alejandro Villanueva. Maria K. Wagi. Christopher Rashad Washington. Jayla Michaela Wilson. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Thank you.
And now for the Academy of International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, Richard Clayton Abernathy. Elisha Jariah Baxter. Bailey H. Beller. Devin B. Bester. Sydney Vaughn Brandt. Kendall Victoria Marie Briscoe. Bethany Loretta Brody. Stephen Bryant Brown. Tristan Pete Brown. Samuel McCoy Carpenter. Murphy Chandler Coyle. Shania Renee Cosby. Jinlon May Deppen. Sophia Anissa Edesham. Omar Garcia. Rolf Hall Griffith. Rose Gullahorn. Imran Weldemarian Hale. Ian Michael Henson. William Houston Herbert Jr. Lainey Ruth Hunt. Tucker Cates Knoll. Gage Michael Lawler. Wade Alaric Lawson. Sally Rebecca Long. Leeyoon Liu. John Samuel Mangialardi. Riley McDowell. Gianni Mang. Jackson Armstrong Miller. Jaden Olivia Miller. Dwayne Marquis Mitchell. Ella Marie Mitchell. Lance Robert Obrata. William Hoy Owens. Anthony Frankie Payton. Chardarius Keon Parks. Sarah Nika Pesterfield. Evan W. Petrosky. Lauren N. Petrosky. Fu Pham. Ella Grant Pollard. Severine Miriam Reyna. James Allison Ridley. Naomi Angel Saito. Annika Jane Salem. Amron Ivy Scruggs. Seth Patan Shaw. Jameson Lewis Simpson. Savannah Claire Spencer. Elsie James Spivey. Emma Ann Stevens. Kayla Chantel Stevenson. Bella Ruby Townsend. Ladislao Villalpando. Andrew Julian Wainwright. John A. Wiltshire. LaHayla Woodard. And last but not least, John McMasters Young. This concludes the Academy of International Baccalaureate Diploma Program.
Forget thee never, oh happy memories, cherished forever.
Class of 2022, we will now recess. Class dismissed.